of the day.
Hey there, my name is Julianne Rose. I'm a volunteer with Girls Rock Camp, and I want to tell you about my Shero, Louise Hay. Now, Louise Hay was somebody who brought this idea of self-love and affirmation to the world back in the 1980s. And it's something that's probably pretty common today. A lot of people do affirmation work, but back in the 80s, it was a very new concept and something that people didn't quite understand. But Louise, through her own experience with a traumatized childhood as well as having cancer, started to put the pieces together that our thoughts that we think and the words that we speak really influence our life and our experience. And our thoughts can create disease in our body. So back in the 80s, she wrote a book, You Can Heal Your Body, and followed by other books like You Can Heal Your Life, because she recognized and practiced in herself and saw the power of saying things like I love you to yourself and pouring more love into your life and pouring more abundance into your life, and how that really shifts what you receive. And she was incredibly caring person. Even in the 80s when the AIDS movement was happening, she founded a support group for men who had AIDS, because at the time there was a huge stigma that if you had AIDS, you were more like a leper, that like people didn't want to be around you. And she said that her support group, she did it because it might be the only time that a man with AIDS could get a hug or be seen and be understood. That's the kind of person she was. She was very giving in that respect. And I believe that's also because she understood the power of belief and the power of affirmations to heal people and the power of love to heal people. So she came up with a lot of controversy because it was a very novel concept back in those days. And she continued her work through the day that she died, just a couple of years ago, into her 90s. But she was very influential to me in my life at a point where I finally recognized that I could take control and feel empowered based on what I say to myself. Because I could either choose positive thoughts that help me feel good about myself, or I could choose negative thoughts that keep me stuck and keep me feeling like I don't have value. And it's the same type of thing that we do in Girls Rock Camp, where we want to empower the campers to believe that they can do what they set their minds to, and that they are important and that they have value. No matter who they are, what they look like, or what they like or dislike, and they don't need to be accepted by anybody else but themselves. And that is why I love the work of Louise Hay, because I believe that without her, we would not be able to do the work that we do to empower our youth to feel like they can be completely themselves. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about my Shero, Louise Hay.